So you guys want to see a setup video. Ever since starting YouTube, I've got so many questions about what I use in terms of gear. Some of these questions include,
what do you use as your microphone?
what type of software do you use to loop the voice and the beatbox?
Hey, what type of computer do you got? I got a really bad one. I can't even run Rust at 10 FPS on potato.
Since you guys asked for it, I think I'm finally going to show you guys what the Wobbler himself uses. Okay, before I start this video, I just want to say I'm not trying to act like I'm rich. I'm not trying to flex my YouTube money. I'm not trying to do anything of the sort. I have issues with people who do that, and I also have issues showing a whole bunch of random people my setup, but because so many people have asked me, I think it's time I do it. I just want to say a lot of what I have here is bought off credit debt and the gratuity of people that donate to my streams or just help me out in general. Because of you guys, I feel like the only way I can give back is to improve myself as a musician and improve my abilities as a YouTuber. So thank you for that. I think a really good way to kind of start or preface this video is to explain why I got into gear. When I was 12, my dad owned an audio interface. He bought it for his work, and I wanted it really bad. The first time I used it, I became obsessed with the idea of being able to loop things and record in a DAW and do things like that. It was something I didn't know about. I didn't know about the home recording studio, and it became an obsession of mine from a very early age. I remember begging my dad for it for like 3 months, and him finally being like, dude, here, god damn it. Sorry, Dad. And finally, when I got it, I used it like 10 hours a day. I just remember summer days where I was just on it all day, learning how to EQ, learning how to do things, and it was all from forums and other people online. And I kind of realized something that led into where I am now, which is I didn't want to go to school for production. I didn't want to go to school to pay $100,000 to use this stuff at some random facility from other people and then not own it. I kind of came up with the idea like, okay, I'm gonna go to school for something that makes sense, like marketing or business, so I can actually like get a decent job maybe. And then I'm going to buy this stuff and just hope I can pay the credit off on it while I'm in school so that I can make music and learn how to do it, but also own it, you know? That's kind of where I'm at now. My whole plan in life is like be a marketing executive for Shure or Audio Technica or pretty much any company dealing with music. I love music gear and I love reviewing it and I love knowing how it works and stuff like that. So that's my story. Now, I'm gonna start this off by showing you something that I think is the most important, which is my computer.
Coming in with a Maximus Hero V3 motherboard, a Corsair H80i matched with the i7-6700K, a Dominator DDR4, 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz RAM, a PNY SSD, and most importantly, your baby, the MSI GTX 1080 Frozer. That's right, boys. My computer's OP in its NZXT S340 case.
Now the next most important thing that everyone asks me about is what do I use to loop, man? I use a loop station called the RC505.
Although she has quite a bit of spit on her right now, the Boss RC505 provides pristine audio effects, loop abilities, and the ability to output quality, amazing audio to both games and stream. It truly is a steal.
Now for my piano, I use something called the Complete Control. It was recommended to me by Marcus Veltri, and it goes hand in hand with Native Instruments and their software called Complete Ultimate. It's really good. I would recommend it to anybody who's looking to get into producing at a higher level.
With a 61-key Fatar keybed. Not only does the Complete Control S61 provide quality sounds and feel, but alongside Complete 10 Ultimate, you can't really get much better.
I used to have an ultra-wide monitor, but I started to dislike it after trying to make Rust videos, so I bought myself a Predator XB1.
Some say dreams are made in 60 hertz, and I laugh in those people's faces. With the 165 hertz G-Sync panel that I bought off Acer Recertified, I got a deal, and I can truly say it's a steal.
And on top of that, I have a little Acer monitor.
Some say dreams are made in 60 hertz, and with this one, it truly is. I found it at a garage sale for $20. Look at that beautiful face.
And then I have an Asus.
I bought this one for $100 off some random website. It was after a long period of using a TV as a monitor. I hated my life then, but this made memes possible.
The chair you always see me in is a Dxracer drifting series.
Not only did the Dxracer improve my gameplay tenfold, it also kind of caresses me for long periods of time when I'm sitting down editing this video. Or maybe other videos. Or maybe just playing Rust. Or maybe making music. Whatever I'm doing, the drifting Dxracer is there.
Now, a lot of people ask me what type of microphone I use, and I actually use two different ones. I have an SM7B.
Although you might not see it that much anymore, I pretty much use the SM7B for all of my recordings, whether it be ones for myself or for other people. As a studio microphone, and although it takes a lot of processing, the SM7B is the most versatile thing I own for recording.
The other one I like to use is called an AT4050.
Even though it comes with a hefty price tag, I bought it used and it came to me broken, so I had to get it fixed, and I didn't really have access to it for the past 2 years that I've owned it. Now that I'm able to use it, I have to say it impresses me more and more every day. As a studio microphone and a broadcast microphone, it really does its job well.
And although I use two microphones, I only use one pair of headphones. They're called Shure SRH 1540s. They're really great. I just got them, and I added a headband to them so it looks a little funky, but makes it a lot more comfortable.
You know what? To me, headphones are like buttholes. Everyone has one. And you know what? For me, I wanted the nicest butthole I could find. These headphones are great, not only for gaming, but monitoring music and producing music in general. I don't think anyone could go wrong with Shure.
Now, to do all my Uber videos, I actually just use the Hero 4 for everything, including audio and video.
Although the GoPro is starting to kind of break on me, it really has done itself justice. I got it used as well off Craigslist, and you know what? I don't think there's any other purchase in this studio that did more for me than this little guy here. Thank you, GoPro. I'm a hero now.
I have two guitars. The first one I'm going to be speaking about is my acoustic guitar, which is unfortunately broken, so I have to get that fixed soon, but it's the Taylor 214 CE.
Although this guitar has seen better days, I've owned this for about 7 years. My dad purchased this for me when I was a kid, and honestly, it's been one of the best freaking things that I've ever owned in my life. Taylor is a really good company, and although the pickups are kind of messed up, I still think this has a lot of years ahead of it.
The next one is something that I'm actually excited to start using. I just bought it used off Craigslist for like $150, and it's like a $900 guitar, so that was a really good steal. It's a Fender Made in Mexico Strat, American edition. It's really nice.
When I was a kid, I always kind of dreamed of being a really good electric guitar player, and unfortunately I had a Les Paul, which was really hard to kind of learn how to solo and do all that crazy stuff on, and Strat was always my dream guitar. So now that I own one, it surprises me just how crazy this guitar is. It's so fun to play and it's so good.
And not only did I get a new electric guitar, I just got some new pedals. I bought them all through Guitar Center used, and I literally got most of them for like 70% off. So if you ever want to go there and buy used pedals, you can pretty much buy new ones for way cheaper than the retail cost. So I'll just show you some of them real quick.
Although my pedal board is kind of a work in progress, I'm going to slowly build this into my table so that I can mod it and I can be able to play guitar whenever I play Rust, stream, or do anything else. Now, I didn't really realize the importance of pedals for guitar because I always played acoustic. Recently, I tried out pedals in a Guitar Center and holy cow, the difference is insane, my dudes.
The camera I use for most of my public videos, or maybe even this video itself, is called a Canon T5i. I put a 24-105 lens on it that I bought off eBay that I also had to conveniently get fixed after I bought it as well.
This was another present from my parents once they realized their son was going to be a famous YouTuber. One that was going to dominate the world. Just kidding. But it's a really good camera, and I've been using it for a long time. Whether it be for beatbox battles or recording myself or other people, it just kind of does the job. So, you know, Canons are great.
Alongside using my T5i for public videos, I have like a wireless lavalier system called the Sennheiser AVX.
Now, public videos are really hard to create because you kind of have to have a whole idea and you got to go out and record them. And something that sucks is when you do a public video and like the audio is really bad because of the wireless lavalier. This thing fixed everything for me. I had one bad experience with another type and I kind of just bought this instantly and it's been great ever since.
Now for some of my more music gear, what I use for my voice is called a Presonus studio channel.
Anyone that does gaming, streaming, or anything like that, I kind of recommend you get this. What it does for you is it basically makes it so you can set a preset that makes your voice sound really good off the bat, and you can record it exactly how you hear it. So it's really solid. I got it for $100 off eBay.
The main audio interface I use, which might change soon, is the Focusrite Scarlett 6i6.
Now, the only reason I got the 6i6 is because I have a lot of things that I need to be able to input into it and also output from it. So this just had the right amount of ports. All the Scarletts are really good, but for me, since I'm so used to MacBook, I'm going to try to find something that has a little bit better latency for me.
And when I'm producing, making music, or mixing anybody, such as Marcus Veltri, Beatbox Television, you know, random YouTubers that hit me up for audio engineering, I use Atom A7Xs, which I also just recently purchased. They're great.
I used to have HS8s, which are from Yamaha, and I gotta say that the A7Xs have really proven to me to be better because they allow so much more mid-range and just so much more clarity and frequencies that I really had issues kind of pinpointing before. So, although they're expensive, they're really solid, and I'm really happy I have them.
And for some little things, I have a Nintendo Switch and a PS2 right next to my computer. I'm gonna probably eventually stream with them, don't know.
Some of my favorite games are like tactical RPGs, so as you can see, that's Dxracer right there. You know, I really like PS2 and all. I just don't really know how fun it would be to watch a stream of me playing it. So let me know if you'd be interested in that in the comments.
For listening to Rust or like any game while I'm trying to sing in the game, I use a in-ear Bluetooth headphone. I bought it off Amazon for like 20 bucks.
The reason I own this is because a lot of the things I'm doing require me to monitor myself, so I have to input my normal headphones into my interface so I can listen to my music, and then I just use this to like listen to the game and what people are saying.
And finally, my keyboard is a Corsair K75 RGB.
I've honestly gone through a lot of keyboards, and I have to say Corsair makes some great stuff if you're trying to just have a decent keyboard that you can edit on, type on, but also play games on. I know it's a little dirty, but hey, you know what? I don't have enough money for air duster.
And my mouse is a Zowie EC1A. It's for bigger hands, ergonomic, it's pretty good.
The more I get into the gaming scene on YouTube, the more I realize how absolutely important it is to have a solid mouse that you can play with. Now, I used to have a Death Adder, and I'm not talking any crap on it, but the Zowie is really good. I have no more hand fatigue, and it's not small for my hand like the Death Adder was.
And the last thing I want to show you is a piece of artwork that I have in my studio that my friend did for me, and it means a lot. So if you can go follow him on Instagram, I'll show you it right now.
Only some of the people that are OG to my channel know how much I love woodworking, and I'm not going to show you or kind of show off a lot of the things I made in my studio, such as the room itself, the desk that I put all my stuff on, and also the vocal booth outside of my studio, because I think the best craftsmanship is this piece of art that my friend made for me. So please go follow him on Instagram. He's a very talented artist.
I'm sorry if this was kind of a chunky video. I had no idea how to set this up. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, drop a like, drop a sub. Tell me what your mom's doing right now. Tell me if she's okay. You know, if she's doing okay, show her the video. Maybe have her show your dad. If she's not with your dad, show your stepdad. If she doesn't have a stepdad, maybe the guy she's seeing that she's not telling you about yet. It would really help. Thank you so much for the people that allow me to have gear like this, whether it be through donations or just watching my videos in general. You feel me? You feel me, dog? You feel me, dog? Expect some more videos soon this week. I hope you guys are having a nice day. I'm a little bitch with a small dick and a big ego.